Today we're going to talk about the climate. And we start by talking about weather. Weather is the state of wind or rain or sunshine in one place at any one moment of time. Weather changes every hour of every day. But weather is not climate. So what is climate? The Earth orbits the Sun once a year, and it spins upon its axis once a day. The axis upon which it spins is tilted compared to its orbit. The result is that the amount of sunlight reaching any point on Earth varies during the year. This is what produces the seasons. For example, when it's summer in Australia, it's winter in North America. However, seasons are different from climate. So, what is climate? Climate is long-term weather. It's the average weather over several years, at least 10. Climate changes slowly, and it has done so throughout Earth history. So why does climate change? According to the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, the IPCC, there are 4 main reasons why the Earth's climate changes. It changes because of differences in the amount of energy emitted by the Sun, the amount of that energy which reaches the Earth, the amount of sunlight reflected back into space by things like ice and cloud, and the quantity of the Sun's energy which is trapped close to the Earth by the atmosphere. This is called the greenhouse effect. So let's look at each of these in turn. The amount of energy which the Sun produces varies over an 11-year cycle. This variation is related to sunspot activity. The amount of sunspot activity varies from one 11-year cycle to the next. It is possible that these cycles have an effect upon the Earth's climate. For example, there were very few sightings of sunspots during the years between 1672 and 1699, a period of low solar activity known as the Maunder minimum. Now this occurred when the climate was cold, often called the Little Ice Age. It lasted from about 1350 to about 1850. Was there some connection between these two effects? We don't know. We don't know whether the low sunspot activity caused this cold period, but it seems unlikely since the cold period lasted much longer than the Maunder minimum. So why does the amount of the energy we get from the Sun change? Because the shape of the Earth's orbit round the Sun changes slowly over thousands of years. These changes are called Milankovitch cycles, named after the astronomer who first suggested they might explain long-term climate change. There are 3 main types of cycles. The shape of the Earth's orbit slowly changes. The amount of tilt of the Earth's axis compared to its orbit also slowly changes. And finally, the direction of the axis slowly rotates in space. So these 3 cycles drive long-term changes in climate, sometimes causing ice ages, and this correlation is pretty well established. So the Milankovitch cycles cause climate change. You have probably noticed that you feel warmer when the sun shines, and you feel cooler when it is cloudy. This is because White surfaces, such as clouds and snow, reflect back much of the energy reaching the Earth from the Sun. This is called albedo, meaning the amount of whiteness on the Earth. This too has an effect upon the climate, reducing the amount of the Sun's energy which reaches the surface. So albedo affects climate. So that's enough for today. I'm going to talk about the important topic of the greenhouse effect next time.